Alright, so let's fill up this good old drink and get on with this show. I have to read another manga, even though I haven't seen a manga in an age. What even is a manga? Oh. Hello. Hi. Welcome to GenmaTheSamurai's Q&A number 3. Yes, it has been quite a while, but either way, I hope you guys are ready for some shenanigans, some crazy questions that may or may not make me question why I do this in the first place. Yes, that's what you're all here for. So, without further ado, let's get on with this, shall we? Krabs asks, who do you main in Smash Ultimate? Robin, though I dip a bit into Young Link a little more since he's been brought back in, but for the most part the game is really similar to Smash 4, and so because of that I'm using a lot of the same characters. Robin was my main back then, and he is my main now just because he's the character I know the most, even though he's had some really annoying changes, so I don't think he's really as good as before, which is why I'm starting to use Young Link a little bit more. And on the topic of Smash Bros, Best Villain asks, if you could put any character that is not Golden Sun related into Smash Bros, who would it be and why? Well, I am very biased towards certain series, and unfortunately, most of the characters I was advocating for are assist trophies. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Rundis, maybe, from Metroid Prime 3, just because I want more Metroid representation. I don't know, it's one of the big Nintendo franchises, in my opinion, or at least one of the best, and it's really underrepresented in Smash Bros. And Rundis would be really cool, just because he uses a bunch of ice powers and stuff, so he could use his ice to just kind of skate all over the place. He's kind of like that guy from The Incredibles, I can't remember, Frozone, I think that was it. He's a lot like that. So if you can imagine a character like that, put him in Smash Bros, I think he'd be pretty fun. Aside from that, I don't know. Lyn. On the topic of Lyn, GameCube asks, Fav Waifu and Husbando? I mean, waifu's easy. Lyn, best girl, honestly. As for Husbando, just kidding. Zach Fair. Oh yeah! Chanagon UK asks, who are your top 5 Shining Force 3 characters? Can only include one hero. I'm probably gonna go with Dante. I have a list here, okay, alright. Anyway, I'm probably gonna go with Dante, Masker, and Synthesis, Hazuki, and Symbios. I'd go into explaining why, but I think this video is going to be going on long enough as is. Super Ryu Dragon asks, who's your most hated video game character? Nah, it's gotta be Chocolat from Tales of Symphonia. I would go into it, but that would be spoilers, so I'll just say nothing good comes out of that character, and she is thankfully really minor in the grand scheme of things, but regardless, I figured it'd be worth bringing up. Lynn Donut asks, where the frock do you get these McBad shirts? Alright, so I got this shirt at the Yeti, if I recall correctly. So basically they sell special limited edition shirts every once in a while for around $15. Saw they had a Final Fantasy VII one, and I got it. And that's basically where I get most of these shirts, so if you're curious, go and check out the Yeti. I might have a link right there, so check that crud out. Donald asks, what does the future hold for your other works like Song of Rebirth and Blados? P.S. Show me your motivation, scum. As of right now, I don't have any immediate plans. I would love to come back to at least Song of Rebirth in the future once I figure out a direction to take that comic. Most of the reason I stopped was just because I wrote it back in middle school, and I don't really think what I had there takes full advantage of the concept I had in place. So I think once I'm a little more experienced with writing stories, and I have, more importantly, like it. Well, it's also important. They're both important. But once I have a fan base that might be willing to, you know, read my comics and stuff, I think that would be the time for me to go back to it. And I look forward to that point. But until I get there, you're just gonna have to wait, unfortunately. And as for Blados, I don't know. That one's so weird. I don't know what to do with. Every once in a while, I think I'm gonna bring it back, and then I think about it for 2 seconds, and I'm like, it's probably not a good idea. So we'll see. I don't know about that one, but it'll probably be around the same time I bring back Song of Rebirth if I do. Kingdom Ace asks, where do you aspire to be at 10 years from now, and how do you plan to get there? Hopefully, just making a living off of what I enjoy doing. I realize that's very vague, but life has a way of throwing curveballs at you, I've realized over the last few years, so who knows, but in general, it'd be really cool if I made a video game and that got successful, and then I'd be able to maybe branch back into doing comic books again, you know, now that my name would be a little more out there. I don't know. I'm kind of open in general, as long as I'm having fun with whatever I'm doing, really. And YouTube, I mean, maybe that as well. That will depend on a few other things, but regardless, I realize it's not very specific, but I hope that answered your question. Golden Tales Geek asks, so, since you're a fellow Tales fan, which game in the series would you love to see Namco do a remaster of for modern console/PC? I know I said this in your Discord, but I'd love to see Fantasia remastered and have it subtly, and also occasionally not so subtly, tie into Symphonia. Keep up the great work, buddy. So, worth adding, I haven't actually played a lot of Tales games, so I don't actually know which ones would be deserving. But of the ones I've seen, I mean, I think Abyss should be ported, that's for sure. But, I don't know, Symphonia and Abyss both have, by today's standards, some pretty janky animations. Though the stories are pretty alright, so if they made, like, a remake of particularly Symphonia, I think I would like it a little more. Though I think Abyss looks alright as is, so I don't really care as much about that. But anyway, hope that answered your question. Heartless asks, cola or Pepsi or cheese? Gugh. Easy Mode Let's Play asks, favorite meme of 2018? Meme you aspire to be, and your ideal meme of 2019? My favorite meme of 2018 might be the Pikachu face, and I aspire to be the Ascended meme. And my ideal meme of 2019 is to have a GIF of this part of the video. Ash to Ashes asks, that is the hardest thing to pronounce, dude. I just want to let you know, okay? Every single time I've done a Q&A and you've asked a question, I've always, like, I almost say Ash to asks, alright, I just had to have that tangent in there. Anyways, he saw that I had Hat in Time footage in my video, and so he was wondering what my favorite hat was in Hat in Time. And I'll probably go with the Fox hat. Most of my reason for that is it led to some really cool platforming. For those of you who have played that game, I mean, you probably know what I'm talking about, but it allows you to kind of materialize things out of existence, but then it's interesting when they mix it with these other barriers that do the same thing, so you could walk into it and it'll be like a double negative, and so the platform will actually disappear when it's active. So it's kind of cool. I like it. That's probably my favorite. In terms of utility, maybe it would be the running one. That one is just useful the whole game, especially in boss fights. So anyways, on to the next question. Stupid Studios N asks, do you have a backlog of games that you've been meaning to play but just haven't found the motivation or time to do so? If so, what games? Yeah, I definitely have quite a bit of a backlog, and I'm not sure which direction you took this question, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer both. So I'm gonna start with, like, general things, not stuff that I planned for YouTube. So on my own time, over the last few terms, kind of low-key, usually when I was hanging out with friends, I started Chrono Cross and Fire Emblem 4, and so I'm trying to actually get myself to finish those two games. Well, specifically working on Fire Emblem 4. I was playing Chrono Cross with a friend, so as soon as our availability matches up with that, I'll probably continue that. but regardless, yeah, right now I'm trying to get through Fire Emblem 4, and also Shining Force 3 recordings when I get the chance to record that next. So anyways, also I want to try out the Devil May Cry games. I have never played a single one of those. I really liked the trailer of the new one, and I really liked Metal Gear Rising, which was made by some of the same people, so I'm interested to see what these games are like. They're a little older though, so I'm not sure if I'll enjoy them as much as Metal Gear Rising, but who knows. Anyway, I will be playing that on my own time, so yeah. As for YouTube, I mean, the obvious one is Tales of the Abyss. I need to recontinue that at some point. But regardless of that, I really want to do more Fire Emblem games, because Fire Emblem 7, that did really well. It's also kind of booming right now, so I guess it would make sense to do it for views, and it would also give you Shining viewers something to watch. So I'll probably be doing more Fire Emblem games in the future. I also want to, at some point, finish the Prime series. I got through Hunters, but the views weren't amazing with that, so we'll see what happens. Maybe when it gets closer to Prime 4 coming out, I can bring back Prime 2 and Prime 3, get those out of the way. I don't know if I'll do anything for Federation Force. I guess there's Samus Returns, which isn't a Prime game, but it is a Metroid game. I don't know. Anyways, I got more Metroid to do, and there's also, I guess, Sonic 3. I never got to doing that, but that'd probably be a stream. And the thing is, I definitely would bring back Fire Emblem sooner if I could stream. In fact, I am thinking of maybe something for Three Houses. I just haven't figured out what yet, because like I said, I can't stream. So, and Let's Play wise is where I'm worried about falling into another Shining Force 3, but we shall see. Alright, so that's all the questions I got for now. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I'm hoping to make probably more Q&As. We'll see. It depends on how much you guys like this. If you guys want to see more, I don't know, let me know down in the comments section. Maybe I won't just make it like a subscriber reward. Though honestly, since I was doing it for every 100, you guys are pretty overdue, I guess. Either way, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm kind of brainstorming ideas for smaller videos, and we'll see what happens. I still gotta finish some more Shining Force 3 stuff, and a bunch of stuff on the side, but once that's all done, I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can manage to do for the rest of this year. It should be interesting. Either way, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and yeah, you guys are the best. Classes are back in. That's part of the reason this didn't get out that quickly, but still, seriously, thank you guys so much. I'm just repeating myself at this point. I do that a lot. I don't know. Either way, I will see you guys later. Have a nice day, and yeah, look forward to hopefully more videos this term. You're definitely getting lots of Let's Play uploads of Shining Force 3. That much is for sure. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye!